Can you use your advanced child tax credit to actually reduce your tax bill? And you might be thinking, what is this guy talking about? The tax credit is a reduction in my tax bill. Yeah. But can you take that tax credit and actually reduce your taxes even further? Absolutely. I've got 3 ideas coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Cohorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. Seems like all I've been talking about lately is child tax credit and the child independent care credit. Nah, it's not the only thing I've been talking about, but this is such a big change, so many planning implications. And one of them is, if you're a regular fan of the Wise Money Show, I'm not a fan of the advanced child tax credit. I just don't really understand why they're doing it. Create a lot of cost, creates a lot of confusion. It's going to create a lot of hassle when people go to file their taxes, a lot of hassle, and I think I'm underestimating it. And for what? For why? You're going to get the tax credit when you file your taxes. But they didn't ask me when they proposed it. They didn't ask me, and why should they, right? But they've done it. This is, you now get, unless you've opted out, and if you're married, unless you've both opted out, and unless the IRS actually followed the instructions of you opting out, which check out a previous video for my experience. But if you're receiving the advanced child tax credit, you're receiving a certain amount every month on the 15th, starting July 15th, it will be August 15th, September 15th, so on, okay? So you're getting your tax credit, or a portion of it, half of it, roughly, in advance. It's coming monthly now, okay? And the original idea was, well, you can use that to stimulate the economy. You can use that to buy stuff. And so, okay, fine. Well, is that what you have to do with it? Is there a way you could use that tax credit to actually improve your tax situation even more? Take those dollars and turn them into more dollars. Yes, there actually is. Let's pause and think about this. I've got 3 ideas. Number 1, you're now receiving this money on a monthly basis, okay? You now have greater income then coming in each and every month. One way to use that money to make your tax bill even less is to increase your contributions to your 401k or your 403b or whatever, your simple IRA, whatever your retirement plan is at work. You now have more income coming in, and therefore you could either have that drop to the bottom line, you could spend more, you could whatever, or you could reduce your paycheck, meaning you could increase your 401k contribution, your retirement contribution. So now you have a little bit less take home, but when you add on this advanced child tax credit that you're receiving now, you've got the same cash flow as before. Using both hands, you've received that child tax credit and you've you've increased what you're contributing to the 401k. So it's a net wash to you, but you're using that money, playing the shell game, if you will, to actually improve your tax situation. If you're contributing that, if you're increasing your contributions into the pre-tax 401k, you now have more deduction on your taxes. So not only are you receiving this higher advanced child tax credit, but you're now having a lower taxable income, meaning you're paying less tax. If you're contributing to the Roth side of your 401k, well then those dollars, you've taken those dollars, you've invested them in your 401k in a manner that they'll never be taxed again on, all the growth and everything over all those years, never be taxed. You might be able to say, well, wait a second, just because I'm receiving this advanced child tax credit, I used to be able to do this. I would just get No, your contributions to your 401k have to happen out of your paycheck, so during that calendar year. So because you're receiving uniquely this tax credit in advance, you have the ability to increase your 401k contribution, playing the shell game to basically use your advanced child tax credit to improve your tax situation by putting more dollars into the 401k. Similarly, if a second idea, another way to use this advanced child tax credit to improve your tax situation is contribute it to your HSA. That's right, to your health savings account. Now, you have to have a qualifying high deductible health plan in order to open an HSA and fund an HSA, but the unique, unbelievable thing about the HSA is your contributions that go into it, pre-tax. Any growth from investing it or receiving interest on it is all tax-free. And then when you withdraw the dollars for qualified medical expenses, it comes out not taxable. It's the only thing in the tax code that's pre-tax in, no tax out. So it's an unbelievable deal. Now, like I said, just like with the 401k, you're now receiving the advanced child tax credit. So instead of all of that tax credit showing up on your tax return, giving you a big refund, you're now getting a chunk of it, half of it, each month on the 15th. Well, you can increase how much you're contributing to your HSA. Have it come right out of your paycheck. Again, that's how we like you to fund your HSA. Why? Because when you contribute right out of your paycheck, yes, you're saving federal taxes, state taxes if they're due, but you're also avoiding FICA taxes. You're saving FICA taxes. And because, again, you now have this income coming in from the government, you could reduce your income, your take-home income through your employer, and by increasing your HSA contributions using these dollars, this advanced child tax credit, to improve your tax bill, even save you some FICA taxes, setting this money aside for medical expenses that you know inevitably will come, where you'll be able to draw that money out tax-free. So the second idea, way to leverage your advanced child tax credit to improve your tax situation, increase your HSA contributions. And then the third idea, a way to use your advanced child tax credit to improve your tax situation, is if you've got young kids, if you've got, well, you do. If you didn't have young kids, you wouldn't be getting this advanced child tax credit. Thanks, Captain Obvious. So for those young kids, if you have a goal or a desire to help them at least a little bit with college expenses, maybe even it's just buying books, maybe it's helping with room and board because they're going to get a scholarship. I don't know. If you have some sort of goal and you live in a state that offers a state tax incentive for contributing to the 529 plan, you could use this advanced child tax credit to contribute into your state's 529 plan, okay? In Indiana, that's where I live. Your contribution into the Indiana College Choice 529 plan, it works like the Roth, so it's not deductible, your contribution. It grows tax deferred, and then you can pull that growth out, you can pull that money out for a qualified college expense in the future and not pay tax. But if you pay state tax, Indiana state tax, you get a 20% tax credit on the first $5,000 you contribute each year, not per child, but each year for that household, for your family. So you could, now that you're receiving this advanced child tax credit, you've got this additional income coming in, you could use that to begin funding or increase your funding of your state's 529 plan and receive this in Indiana tax credit. Other states have tax credits, other states have deductions, but those contributions, you only get that tax benefit if you make that contribution during the calendar year. Therefore, instead of having this child tax credit just show up as a tax credit that you'll receive when you file your taxes next spring, you're now getting half of it in advance. Therefore, you've got more cash flow to contribute to the 529 plan during the calendar year and get more tax incentive, state tax incentive, if your state allows it. So this is why I love tax planning. It's the creative side, okay? What does your tax situation look like, and what opportunities exist for you to improve your tax situation? Everyone's had this change. If you've got dependent kids, you now have this advanced child tax credit. Unless you opted out of it and the IRS actually accepted your opt-out, then yours is going to work just fine. But if you're receiving this advanced payment, you now have the opportunity to use those dollars to improve your tax situation. Those are 3 ideas to do it. There might be more depending on your situation. And which of those 3 should you consider? That's a financial planning question, okay? Tax planning is coming up with the ideas. Financial planning is determining which of those ideas are good and which of them are great, which ones to jump on and which ones to pass by. Work with your certified financial planner on that. If you don't have a CFP, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with a K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there too, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.